marching on to victory. Labour Party marching, shout, marching on to victory. Labour Party marching on, all right, marching on to victory.
Oh yes.
Labour Party marching, marching on to victory. Jump and shout, tell it all about, we shall have the victory. Jump and shout, tell it all about, we shall have the victory. Come now,
Me and my neighbor.
oh yes, we voting for Labour. All right, me and my neighbor, bring them. We voting for Labour. Carry them. Me and my neighbor.
Thank you. Labor rights. I know you're feeling good. Feeling good. Because good things are in store. Them think them say anything yet? We just change with shoes. And so, again, I want to remind you that a third term,
Jamaica Labour Party.
a third term, a third term, a third term. Let's welcome now another first Olympian, MP, Minister of State, and then she got to the Ministry of National Security, the first in the history of the Ministry of National Security. You're a female. Let me remind you, 54% of the women in this country say them love and want Andrew Holness. So labor rights, hold on. This is a party that gives recognition to women. We don't use women. And if you look at the history of the Jamaica Labour Party, you will see that every government since 1944, the Labour Party have been promoting women in this country. So let's welcome the Minister of State, former Olympian. And I want to tell you something too. If she ever decide to take up the spikes, she run leave Marky G and the whole of them. Cuthbert, Flyn.
Cuthbert. You see, life for nothing go off about them member, you know. But what you people them say, and them want your rule for your next term, them want tear down and pop you down. Now listen what them I say. Them want you say you feel, but you are win the next term this year. Right now, Juliet not have no worries. She a lead on everything, yes. And she a win everything. Right now, Juliet not have no problem.
St. Andrew Eastern! Una ready? Una ready for the 3-term and 3-term? Yes, because your MP came in the same time I came in, and you guys brought her back a 2nd term, and we are going for the 3rd term. deputy leader, ministers, senators, and of course, the constituents. And I see other constituency here, but members of the Jamaica Labour Party. Shower. You have an excellent, excellent member of parliament in Favour Williams, the Honourable Favour Williams. You see how she mashed up the budget the other day? She mashed it up. And I think they were surprised, they never expected that. But again, you heard what Deputy Leader said. We know that we have some good women in the Jamaica Labour Party. Yes, and we're not just, we are representing. We are representing. And so, Labour Rights, I know that you will return the Honourable Favour Williams back for the third term because she has been working hard. We recognize. Do you see how clinical? That's how I call it, you know. She was clinical with her budget presentation. They never expected that. And when the leader of the opposition jump up, he had to jump up and say on a point of order. And he had no point of order. Nothing. He was out of order. They are a party that cannot balance the budget. Pure deficit. Pure deficit. And we do not want that. You heard what MP Robert said. This JLP government, we have been doing a great job. When you look at what all the members of parliament have been doing in the Jamaica Labour Party, right across the 63 constituencies, right across, we have been working. And that is why we got a second term. And I think we have continued to work. And that is why people are asking, when is my time? When is my road going to finish? When am I going to get water? It's the first time in the history that we have actually seen the kind of work. You heard MP Williams, right? You heard him. This is the first time they've actually seen work being done in most of these constituencies that the PMP dominated for years and years and years. And so, Labour Rights, I am here as a part of, I know I see some West Rural, I'm here to bring you greetings. Yes. I see my councillor John Myers here, and I have a team from West Rural here. Well, guess what? Guess what, folks? We have been walking the hills of West Rural St. Andrew because we want to make sure that Andrew Holness is returned back in the parliament, back as a government. And so we are putting in the work. And I'm hoping that you, the workers in this constituency, that you are putting in the work. Because all of our government ministers, we have been working, they've been working very hard to make sure that the country stays on the right path. When you talk about health, it's the first time we have seen so many health centers being refurbished or being built. When you talk about hospitals, no new hospitals have been built in about 60 years. And we are seeing where a hospital, a new hospital, is going up right there in Spanish Town. We are also seeing hospitals, a 7-story building that's going to be going up at UE. We are the government that's putting in the infrastructure. The PMP did nothing for 18 and a half years. And they want to come back and do what? To mash up the country? When we were paying down on our debt, you hear what them say? Marky G come out and say, ease off a little bit and give out things. That is not what we do as a government. We made sure that we're paying down on our debt. And now, this month, we're going to be at 68%. 68%. You know what that means? It means that we're going to have room where we can do more. We can have more infrastructural projects. We can build more roads. We can build more hospitals. We can build more infrastructure for you and your future, for the children of this future. You know, there's a certain person. There are two Juliets on the stage here. and Juliet number 1 beat that person, and she come up in a West Rural, forget beaten by Juliet number 2. I must. So me, Juliet number 1, you didn't retire her. I'm going to retire her.
We are beat them bad, step out and clean, we are beat them bad. From head to toe, we are beat them bad. Big coochie collection.
This person is going around in West Rural and whisper in my workers' them ears. And them I say, look, wait a minute. We are voting for the true labor right. Yes, which is me. So we don't want, them don't want no washed up person. They don't want no washed up labor right at all. They're going to be voting for the true labor right because they have seen the work that I have put in West Rural St. Andrew. And I want a 3rd term so I can continue the good work of this government. And so, to the people of St. Andrew Eastern, I'm going to ask you that you continue. Tomorrow is the last day, by the way. The last day to enumerate. So get out the people, all the people who turn 18, all the people who have not been on the voters list, get them out because we want to make sure that we get that 3rd term. And the only way to do that is to get people on the ballot. That is the only way. We can't just sit down and wait things out and say we win already. No, we don't win already. We can't do that. Okay? The vote counts. I see some people running up and down. You talk about Portmore. Me see billboards are go up in some constituency because them a panic. PMP a panic. And so we must not sit down. We have to make sure that we get the voters out. You know, we talk about lies. Them tell so much lie. And you hear Minister Mackenzie say, they tell so much lie they don't even know when them are going to stop lie. You know, I also have coffee farmers, and I heard one caretaker screaming out on the radio, telling on the platform that he's going to make sure that when him win in Western St. Thomas, that him are going to make coffee price go up to $22,000. What can go so? He can't do that, right? The same thing that they came into West Rural and East Rural telling the people that they're going to make coffee prices go up. The PMP, them lie. And so labor rights, we are not built on lies. We have been putting in the work. All the government ministers have been working. The Prime Minister, he have been working. And so, labor rights, I'm asking you to make sure that you get your neighbors, get your brothers and your sisters, get everybody, and make sure that we choose Jamaica in the next election. When Andrew Holness calls the next election, that you choose Jamaica, which is the Jamaica Labour Party, to continue to run this country. Thank you, labor rights.
Labor right, we ready now.